hello. Happy Monday. I don't usually come on a Monday, but I've got something to show you. Happy Mother's Day to all the ones in the UK for yesterday. We went out to a lovely meal, a carvery. Very, very nice. Enjoyed myself, ate far too much. But luckily they give you a little box to bring your uneaten cake, because I ordered a slice of cake and when it came, honestly, it would have fed 4 people. And I'm not a very big eater. Big girl, but not a big eater. First of all, I want to show you something I got from Etsy. It's a lady called Gail Art Craft. She's on Etsy and she's also on Instagram, I think, or whatever. Anyway, the little one wants to come in. I love macrame belts, but I'm a plus size lady, so can never find any to fit. So I got in touch with this lady on Etsy, and she does custom orders, which is fantastic, yeah. So she made me a macrame belt. Very nice, and it fits because, of course, you know, the other ones, they're like way apart. I can't even get them to meet in the middle because they make them for tiny people. But this lady will do your custom size. So there it is. It's got little knots on the end. So thank you very much to Gail Art Craft. So you'll find her on, as I say, on Etsy. Superb. Thank you very much, Gail. She doesn't just do belts, by the way. She also does macrame hangings and all kinds of macrame, or macrame if you want to call it that. I've always called it macrame, but that's the way it goes, isn't it? Well, I was knitting, as I said in my last video, the grey cardigan I knitted, yes, knitted. I've worn it to shreds, yeah. Worn it. Never thought I would because it's boring old grey, but it goes with everything. So I decided to go into my she shed and have a look what kind of chunky I had to make it again. It's very, very ancient pattern, which is over there and I've forgotten it, but that's what I'm knitting. And it was some wool I've had in the she shed for ages. I got it from eBay, I think. It's Shawl and Style. It's called Wonder Wool. It's 51% wool, I think. Yeah, 51% virgin wool. I think we had a laugh about this on the Saturday, saying how do you know the sheep was a virgin, you know. And or 49% polyacrylic. So it feels beautifully soft. It's probably going to fluff up like mad. But I'm not a pink lover, as you know, really not a pink lover. But I've got quite a few dresses, summer dresses, summer, that have pink flowers on them. So I thought I'll get something with pink. Yeah, it was gorgeous yesterday. The family were in the garden sorting out all kinds of things. We've now got the garden furniture assembled, which wasn't easy because the people who made our garden furniture in China, where it all comes from, doesn't it? Let's face it, costs a mint, but yet you know it's come from China. The bolts didn't line up at all, and my daughter-in-law had my son was losing his temper. It was only one piece he had to bolt on that wouldn't fit. I mean, they hadn't lined, you know, when they drill the holes for the screws to go through, they hadn't lined them up at all. So we had a terrible time. Anyway, it's together now, which is usually a sign that it's probably going to rain or snow. Yeah. But, so Rosie and I were in the garden supervising. Trixie was in her basket sleeping because she fell. She fell off the bed the other day and we thought she'd broken her leg. Thankfully, praise be, she hasn't. She's just got a soft tissue injury. So she went to the vets, obviously, and they did her an x-ray and that, and they said it wasn't broken. So thankfully she's on anti-inflammatory injection and then she's on anti-inflammatory tablets. She's still hopping about on 3 legs. It's her back, one of her back legs. So she spent yesterday sleeping in her basket because boy does that little dog like the sun. She just lays in the sun. She gets cooked nearly and she just lays in the sun. So anyway, what I came on here to show you what the surprise was this morning. I pre-ordered this months ago, whatever ago, and it arrived today. It's by Selena Baca, or Baca, whatever you want to call it, and it's called Crochet In A Weekend. I got mine from WH Smith, but you can get it from Amazon or whoever. You won't get it second hand because it only came out yesterday, I think, yeah. Although somebody in America's already done a review of it, yeah. So it's called Crochet In A Weekend, and that's the... Now, I'm looking at this with you because I was very good. When it came this morning, I didn't rush to look through the pages. I thought, no, I'll wait and we'll look through it together, yeah. So it's 29 quick to stitch sweaters, tops and shawls. So we'll have a little look at what is in it. You're looking at the same time as me. Don't get too excited. Right, introduction, forward. Wraps and shawls is the first section. And the first section is the one I've just shown you, which is the shawl. I don't know whether it's in 2 colours or... Oh no, it's in ombre. Limebran ombre, so it must shade like from dark grey to light grey to whatever as you're going along, yeah. It's worked from end to end. A long triangle is formed with a series of increases and decreasing stitches on one side. So that sounds quite easy to do. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? It's got pom-poms on it, or tassels I should say. Quite nice. I have ombre wool in this shed, but not greys, I think. Oh, this is very chunky. It's Bernat Roving Bulky Weight. It's very chunky. Very nice, but it's very chunky. Ideal for the winter though, isn't it? For putting on over your shoulders when you're sat and it's a bit chilly. I mean, let's face it, with the heating costs and everything going up, we're going to be chilly, aren't we? We're going to have to be wearing something thicker. So when, oh, sun shining on, sun, light shining on it, I should say. Very nice, very nice. Quite like it. Oh, this one's nice. Peaceful Earth Shawl. Again, it's textured yarn with gradients. It's quite a lacy looking one, but it is pretty, isn't it? Yeah, pretty, pretty. Oh yes, it does look nice. It's got tassels all along it. Very nice. I don't know whether I've got gradient wool in fine, but I don't suppose it matters. You could do it in any thickness. With a shawl it doesn't really matter, does it? This is called Warlock Wrap. She's wearing it like a cowl, but I don't think it is. Oh, it's a half circle accessory. It's actually an isosceles triangle. No, isosceles trapezoid. I've never used those words since school, since geometry. Isosceles, yeah. It makes the piece easy to work up in rows, but also comfortable to wear. The solid fabric can be paired with even the most colourful yarn. Oh, righty-ho. So whatever an isosceles trapezoid is. There isn't a diagram that shows you the shape. I don't think, anyway. No, they don't give you a diagram. This is the front cover one. It's in Karen £1. It's a huge triangle, comfortable as a blanket. I quite like these big, big shawls like that because you can wrap yourself in them all cosy, can't you? Oh, yeah, it does look nice, doesn't it? I like that. I do like that. Right, what's next? I don't know how you pronounce hug, is it? H-Y-G-G-E. It's a scarf that's joined in the round so that the entire length is a tube. So it's a bit like a long, I don't know. It looks like a scarf, doesn't it? Except it's probably doubled up. whatever a hug is, or a hig. I don't know how you pronounce this. It looks like a scarf doubled up to me, yeah. But who am I, yeah. This one's a super-sized cowl worked in a continuous circle with puff stitch. And that's again in Plymouth Yarn Encore Mega, a super bulky yarn. I don't know whether I'd like a super bulky yarn for a cowl, because you couldn't put it under your coat, could you? Right, we're on to tees and tops next. This one is a Lotus Blossom tunic, and it's done in, oh, it says alpaca. Limebran touch of alpaca. It's a nice pattern though, isn't it? Nice stitch. Here's another picture of it. What else have we got? This one is is it Jumbo? It's fancy writing, I can't read it. This crop style is a very wide, making it oversized width of fabric that will lie just above the elbows. It's sort of like a tabardie type of thing. It's done in Limebran, oh, True Blue, that's what it's trying to say, True Boo. It's a lightweight yarn made from rayon from bamboo. Oh, there's another picture of it. Sort of like a bit of a poncho-y style of thing, isn't it? Right, let's have a look what's next. Kobu, made in Limebran Kobu, which again is rayon from bamboo. It's another top. Not too keen on that one, it's a bit plain and baggy to me. Right, this one is a top. It's Limebran Twist yarns. I think it says top T. Big open stitches, which it is. Very big open stitches, isn't it? I mean, all of these are great for a big girl, aren't they? You know, you're not exactly going to be squashed into anything. Right, this one's an amore top, or a moor top. Open stitch top worked in rows from the neck down, so you can make the body and the sleeve lengths longer or shorter. So that one is done in Red Heart yarn amore. There's a closer picture of it, showing the stitch of it with its short sleeve, but you can make it longer or shorter. So if you're daring, you could make it into a crop top, couldn't you? If you've got that kind of figure, which I don't. Right, Hempster tank top. Now, I'm not really fond of this one. The pieces work from the top down, and you can wear it over a tank top. It's a bit nothing to me, a bit, yeah. No, it's not for me. I can understand other people liking it, but it isn't for me. It's just got really baggy armholes, yeah. This one is a Sunkissed tank top. It's worked vertically in rows. There we go. If you guys got a nice figure, you can show it off. Right, we're on to vests and cardigans now. ZZ Twist Shrug. Worked from sleeve to sleeve in rows. Design features solid and open fabric to create a striped effect. It's done in Limebran ZZ Twist. You can't really see it there, can you? What it's supposed to be. Maybe there's another photograph. Let's have a little look. Oh, I've got a little doggy scratching. It seems to be a bit like a sort of a shrug. You know, where you put your arms in and then it's got the back. Yeah. I've got a little one scratching at the door. I'm ignoring her because I'm on the camera. This one is a picnic vest. It's done in Limebran Comfy Cotton Blend, and its two rectangles form the vest, and they're joined in the centre back kind of thing, yeah. I've done that style before, it's very easy to do. Ooh, I'm not showing you too well, am I? Maybe they've got a back view. No, they don't. But you start at the back and go that way, then you start that way, yeah. It's rectangles, yeah. This one's called the Low Tide Shrug. Actually, I would call it more of a waistcoat or a vest. Whoops, which way? The light's shining on it. Let's go back a bit. It's not very bright, but the light's managing to shine on everything. This one's done in Limebran Low Tide yarn, whatever that may be. To me, it's more of a little vest, actually. I wouldn't call it a shrug. A shrug to me's got sleeves in, really. Oh yeah, there's another picture of it there. It's more, oh, the light shines on it. More of a vest, isn't it? I'm trying to get it so the light's not shining on it. That's the trouble with shiny books, shiny pages on books, yeah. This is called the Grieg, is it Grieg Cocoon? Can't read this fancy writing. Loops and threads, cosy wool, super bulk weight. It says it's a cocoon though. To me a cocoon's like, you know, where you've got backs in and no fronts. So. Trixie, I'm coming in a minute, sweetie. Yeah, the pictures are not very good on that one, are they? They can't. You think they would have shown the back view, wouldn't you? Not just the front. Trixie's crying, she wants to come in. She's not strong enough to open the door yet. Right, this one is a springtime vest. I'm trying not to get the glare on the window on it. It's, oh, it's got no, I thought it was got little fronts. I thought it was a, you know, like a tank top thing, but it's not apparently. Bernat Handicrafter, medium weight, number 4 yarn. Yeah, I don't think I would wear it. It's got like a very, what's it, back? Very narrow back at the back and little short fronts. I can understand somebody liking it, but just not me. Right, this one is a mauve cardigan. It's done in, let's turn the page and find out. Oops. It's done in Karen cotton cakes. Now that has got a nice back view. Each side of the cardigan is created separately in rows, including the sleeves, in a centre out construction. This approach allows you to get a great fit, not only of the body on the cardigan, but on the sleeves as well. Now you can see the back is pretty, isn't it? Right, we're on to a tweed cardigan now. That's just like a little edge-to-edge cardigan. Oh, the light's shining on the book again. Sorry about this, people. Oh, there's a better picture there. Just a little chunky edge-to-edge. It's done in Peyton Shetland chunky tweed bulky weight yarn. Now we're back to the Colour Made Easy cardigan. It's got a very sort of baggy drop sleeve on that one, hasn't it? Yeah, it looks like it's done kind of all in one, really, I don't know. What does it say it's done in? Limebran yarn, Colour Made Easy bulky weight. Oh, the cardigan's in 5 separate pieces, entirely in rows. So you'll be able to easily work up this piece in this plush and chunky yarn with simple stitch repeats. So it's one of those you have to sew together. Yeah. Right. Scarfy cardigan. That's because it's done in Limebran scarfy wool, not because it's a scarf. Scarfy cardigan. Looks a nice cuddly one. I don't know whether you can see, it's dark colour, sorry, but the light's shining on it, so I hope you can see. Doing my bestest with it. Right, we're on to ponchos and pullovers. Do you know, I've never made myself a poncho. I must do one this year. This one's called a date night poncho, and it's done in Limebran date night, whatever that is, yeah. It's a nice poncho. Although I find difficulty in these like asymmetrical ponchos where you've got like one arm in and one arm out, you know. That's a better picture. Oh, the light on this blooming book. There you go. I don't know why they have to make pages shiny. They make it very difficult for Janet to make a video, yeah. This is called the Charisma Pullover. It's loops and threads Charisma bulky weight yarn. Again, it's sort of like an over top. I mean, this book is ideally for your plus size, really it is. You know, because they're all quite forgiving, aren't they, these patterns? I've not looked what sizes they go up to, but they look forgiving, don't they? Wavelength Rwanda. Rwanda is a mixture of a poncho and a cardigan. This one's done in Banat wavelength bulky yarn. Quite a lot of bulkies in this book, isn't there? So if you're a lover of quick makes, this is the book for you, isn't it? Oh, my family's coming back now. I hope they don't come in. Otherwise I feel a bit of a twit talking to myself. Right, this one's worked from the neck down. A light and open work poncho with a point at the front and the back. It's done in red heart gemstone bulky weight again. But again, it's a very pretty poncho. Sorry if the light's shining on it. Very pretty. Might do that for me. It's bulky, but it's very open work, so it's not going to be too heavy and clunky, is it? Very pretty. I like the shades. It's autumnal, as they say. This one's called the Katame. It's a rectangle worked in joined rounds from the neck outwards. The joining seam is cleverly hidden in a corner so that bulky joins are eliminated. Right. It's done in Limebran, Heartland, thick and quick, super bulky. Super bulky. Somebody's beeping me. Don't know who. Don't know. It's June. You know, I swear she's got a camera hidden in this room. Because every time I do a video, she beams me. Sorry, June, but you do. This one's called Speckled Sweater, and it's done in Karen Simply Soft Speckle, medium weight yarn. And it looks like it's done neck down. I'm not too certain, but it does look like it's done neck down. Yeah, it is. Top-down sweater, easily constructed, without complicated increases. If this is your first sweater, you can try it on as you go to make sure the fit is perfect. That's nice, isn't it? And that is the end of it. So altogether there's quite a lot of nice things in it. So it's Crochet in a Weekend, 29 quick to stitch sweaters, tops, shawls and more by Selena. I think it's Baca. Oh, that's how I would pronounce it. If it's Italian, the C is pronounced ch. So I think it's Selena Baca. I might be wrong though. But I'll just have a look at one top just to see how... Oh yes, it goes medium, large, extra large and extra, extra large in that little pink top. Ooh. So it seems to be quite generously sized. Although they do all, excuse me, they do all look quite quite generous, you know. If you're like a fluffy lady, I think they'll be all quite generous. I mean, like these little pop-over poncho styles, I mean, they would fit more or less anybody unless you are extra, extra. You know, you've been on my £600 life, they may not fit you. But if you're a normal fluffy lady like myself, looks like they will fit you. Yeah, all in all, I think that was well spent. I mean, obviously I paid top price for it because I pre-ordered it. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it. But I do think it's well worth it when you think that some patterns are Etsy, they're asking for £8 for one pattern. So if I paid, say, for example, £15 for the book, I can't remember exact, I might not have paid that much. It's well worth it, isn't it? You've got 29 patterns in there for your £15 or whatever it costs you to buy it. And when you consider, like, some people ask £8 for one pattern on Etsy, I don't mind paying that for a pattern if it's well worth it, well written, got lots of information on it, but I do object to paying £8 and when you get it, it's a couple of sheets with very little information, you know, about how to stitch it together if it's something complex. And that really gets me going. Don't get me going on that. In actual fact, I've stopped buying those kind of patterns. I look around for something that looks very similar, that's cheaper, and I adapt. Because I'm not being funny to a designer. I know you spent hours making the pattern, but let's be reasonable. Come on, $8 or £8 is a little bit expensive for a pattern, unless you're giving somebody like 24 sheets with loads of photos and loads of how to do, yeah? But by and large, I'd rather buy a book, to be quite honest. You know, if you get a decent book. Although I do have several books in my library, and you look at them and you think, what on earth did I buy this for? There's only one pattern in it that I like. But by and large, I mean, when you've got something like those Joyce Chan books, for example, I mean, I've made nearly every one in every book she's ever made. I think the only one I didn't do was the last one she did. She did a lot of fancier Tunisian and stuff. I mean, I will make something out of it, but her first book, that everyday crochet book, I don't think she does it anymore now, but myself and Sue have made nearly every single pattern in that book. We've worn it out, yeah. You get a decent book like that, don't you, and you wear it and, you know, you use it many, many times over. But I still keep all the other books. I mean, I think, well, you know, I bought them. Maybe I'll look at them one day and have a ding moment. Oh, I'm going to make that. I'm going to make that. Right, I'm going to go now anyway. So I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day in the UK. I know it's not Mother's Day in the US yet. I'm lucky I get double lots of Mother's Day wishing me wishes, because I get them from the American friends when they wish me Happy Mother's Day when it's their Mother's Day, yeah. So, the weather has changed. Yesterday I was in shorts and a top, supervising in the garden. I wasn't actually doing anything, but I was supervising them. But today it's so cold, it's just changed overnight. They've just been to the tip, the rubbish tip or whatever you want to call it, the dump, with a pile of bags and rubbish and all sorts of stuff. And we're going to be ordering some topsoil because we've made like a flower bed by the side of my she shed. So one day we are going to go to the garden centre, because I would like some hanging baskets, you know, for front of the shed, make it look a bit prettier than just a shed, you know what I mean. So anyway, I was going to take a photograph of the garden furniture, but I'll wait while a sunny day. It looks so much nicer when it's a sunny day, doesn't it? Anyway, hope you're all having a nice day, so I'll speak to you all very soon. And that's my timer telling me to shut up. Yeah, okay, bye for now.